Hi everybody, I'm Lance.
And I'm James. We're H&HMovers, and we're going to meet us a new friend today.
Today we're going to be meeting Chris. Go ahead and say hi.
Hi.
Chris is an old friend of mine, and I've known him longer than as James has, but that'll be a different story for another time.
Or no time at all.
So Chris, how you been?
Been doing pretty good. Got a computer situation fixed, so I'm glad about that.
Well, I also see you balding very nicely.
But I shave it to make it look better.
Well, it looks good. The ladies are gonna love it. Alright, so I thought we'd talk about some of the stuff that we used to play video games. We still play video games now, but I remember one of the video games was Toomba.
Yeah.
That was a good game. Tell people a little bit about it.
Well, Toomba, it was a platformer in a way. You had to go throughout the levels, and when you got these extra items, you could get further into the game, like Legend of Zelda. Like you had to have like the blackjack to get further and get to inaccessible areas, and the bosses were awesome. The boss fights were very awesome.
One of the things I liked about it is that the enemies were pigs.
Yeah. Evil pigs.
Yep, evil pigs, and there was even a second one with the evil pigs turning everybody into stone, and you had to save everybody.
Yeah.
So the next game, Mega Man.
Oh, there's a lot of those actually. The Mega Man X series is my favorite because of the armor pieces, extra pieces to your suit that you can get that kind of upgrade your powers. That was a nice RPG element they added to it.
Yeah, there was some difficult ones. I remember many of times dying.
Yeah.
But always a good game.
Yeah.
Another game that we used to play is Duke Nukem.
Mega Man X is not the same Mega Man from the first Mega Man games.
I know. But I've died many a times in Mega Man.
And this Duke Nukem we're talking about is Duke Nukem 64 for the N64. And the multiplayer, if you had a friend over, was great. It was awesome. I mean, it was just up there with GoldenEye and Turok 2.
Yes, those, I don't know how many times we just sat around playing those games. It was wonderful. We had some good times.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, anything else you want to let people know?
I'm single.
That's good. That's good to know. Yeah. Hopefully not for very much longer.
True.
So what do you think of games so far?
Well, I do admit, I tend to like some of the older JRPGs, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, and some of today's RPGs seem to lack the color and the prosperity that the older RPGs used to have. I mean, I do agree that there are some newer ones out that have the epic storytelling like the Elder Scrolls series, but some of them just can't compete with Chrono Trigger, Legend of Zelda. That was an action RPG. It still had great story. Back in the SNES days, story was the thing. Story was the key. If it didn't have a good story, the game sucked.
You sound like an SNES cult member.
Ooh. Well, I think that's all the time that we have today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to seeing Chris more in our videos. Alright, well, thank you, Chris, for letting us inside your mind and see what was going on while James is doing the wavy hands. So I guess we're going to do the wavy hands out. Wavy hands. Let's do that again.
Banaka.
What the fuck? Wow.
Take one.
And we're supposed to introduce you and then you say something.
You ready to do this again?
Yeah.
Wow. Please don't do funny will not off stuff behind the backs. Oh my god. Because I'm going to be watching this and editing this. Alright. You guys ready to do this again?
Yep.
Alright. Hi, everybody. I'm Lance.
And I'm James. We're H&HMovers.
And today, we're here to meet Chris. Chris is an old friend of ours. I've actually known Chris longer than James has.
I met him in psychosocial group.
No. James met himself though. So today we thought we'd just talk about like all the good times that we had and like get to know Chris. So Chris, how's it been?
It's been doing good. Got my computer in order and everything. Went without one for a long time. It kind of sucked, but.
Oh man, I understand that. Well, you remember some of the games we played? I remember Tumba being one of them.
Yes, that was so fun. That game was just awesome. It brought caveman gaming to a whole new level. It was like
I know. One of the things I liked about it is like the pigs were the bad guys.
yes.
And so it was great. And then
I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in, and Tumba was not a caveman game.
he was
He was a wild boy who grew up in the woods. He was not a caveman.
caveman is. Yeah, he also had different weapons and I don't remember if there was a princess involved or something, but
I think there's a girlfriend involved.
yes.
And the boss fights were just awesome. The upgradable weapons, it was, in a way, it was kind of like Zelda, where you have to have certain weapons to get to this part. You have to have certain weapons to get to that part. I always like that in some of the older games.
One of the other things I liked is that when they made a second one, the enemies would be turned into would turn people into stone. Would you like to do this with James on the couch?
Yes.
James, why don't you get on the couch?
No, that does not sound appropriate at all. Very inappropriate. I think I would have made right here.